Welcome to Books in Sum, your go-to for bite-sized book summaries.
Crypto Wars by Erica Stanford. There are countless captivating tales to be found in the mysterious realm of cryptocurrency. The best-selling book by Erica Stanford, Crypto Wars, is an insider's look at the volatile, unregulated beginnings of the cryptocurrency market. Plexcoin, a new cryptocurrency, will be released in 2017 in an ICO, or initial coin offering. They claim that by issuing Plex cards that can be used like real money to pay off any bill, Plexcoin will revolutionize global economics. To avoid the hassle and expensive currency conversion, Plex card holders can make purchases in dollars, pounds, rupees, or pesos, regardless of where they happen to be in the world. Plexcoin, in contrast to most other cryptocurrencies, can be used like regular money to settle any debt. Plexcoin is a new cryptocurrency offering discounted tokens in a limited pre-sale. If the pre-sale tokens are all purchased, the price per token will increase to $1.76. Many of the claims made by Plexcoin's pitch team were red flags. For example, the company claimed that investors could use Plexcoin to pay their utility bills and that Plex card holders would never have to worry about exchange rates. In addition, they published a report before their ICO detailing the use of the expected proceeds. Although Plexcoin was able to raise $15 million during their ICO, the value of their tokens never increased and investors never saw a return on their investment. The Plexcoin creators were apprehended for fraud and sentenced to 2 months in prison in addition to a $100,000 fine. The majority of financiers lost their initial investments. Many questionable cryptocurrency startups emerged between 2016 and 2018, so Plexcoin is not an outlier. At first, the cryptocurrency market had very light oversight, making it vulnerable to abuse. Companies could create tokens out of thin air and sell them for a huge sum of money without offering any equity or complying with any regulations. Thanks to ICOs, the market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies peaked at a valuation of $1.8 trillion at the height of the early crypto bubble. True millionaires and billionaires were created overnight, but as with all bubbles, this one burst. Numerous cryptocurrencies with names like Rich, Gold, or Real seemed to promise authenticity and wealth, such as Scam Coin, which promised investors a 0% return on 100% of their investments, and Ponzi Coin, which raised $250,000 at its initial coin offering. Most investors would have been better off with Scam Coin, unfortunately. OneCoin first appeared on the scene in September 2014, with its creator, Dr. Ruja Ignatova, promising similarly astounding returns to those Bitcoin was then providing. At OneCoin, Dr. Ruja and Alberts implemented a similar structure, in which investors were incentivized to bring in more investors with the promise of a 25% cut of any profits from their downline. However, Dr. Ruja was partnering with a notorious businessman whose involvement raised eyebrows. Investors, however, relied on the value they saw in their wallets even though OneCoin was never listed on any of the online platforms that facilitate such exchanges. While the blockchain databases used to store cryptocurrency ensure its extreme security, OneCoin has never employed this particular technology. Instead, each OneCoin token was secretly kept in a database that Dr. Ruja could freely access and alter. Investors still don't realize that the returns they're seeing don't come from product sales but rather from the investments of other investors. Officials, watchdogs, and financial institutions all over the world started sounding the alarm that OneCoin was likely a Ponzi scheme. Dr. Ruja never intended to repay the millions she stole from unsuspecting backers. She flew with Ryanair from Sofia, Bulgaria to Athens, Greece in 2017 and was apparently met there by people with Russian ties. There are many theories floating around, but the idea that OneCoin's investors will get their money back anytime soon is highly unlikely. At the young age of 25, Canadian wunderkind Gerald Cotton established the cryptocurrency exchange QuadraGAX. 6 weeks after the launch of QuadraGAX, a series of cyber attacks severely damaged the credibility of other, larger exchanges like Cavertex, Vault of Satoshi, and Mt. Gox. QuadraGAX's founder, Gerald Cotton, made a fortune by charging a fee for each transaction made on the platform. He used the money to buy a bunch of houses, some boats, some planes, and even an island. QuadraGAX was widely believed to be one of the most secure cryptocurrency exchanges, but this was not the case. Every token that was ever stored on QuadraGAX was accessible to Cotton, and he frequently traded using fake identities to generate even more money for himself. Cotton took with him to the afterlife all private keys required to retrieve tokens kept on his exchange. Many in the crypto community have called for Cotton's exhumation on the grounds that he faked his own death. The hospital returned Cotton's body to the hotel, but the embalmer refused to work on it because no official cause of death had been provided. The deed was done by a medical school in the end. Some of the smallest, least successful currencies in the crypto market have been the targets of scams described in this text. In order to pull off these scams, perpetrators place massive buy or sell orders, which have a significant impact on the value of the currency. It's possible to make a lot of money by pump and dumping an asset. Cotton's body was returned to Canada for a private funeral service attended only by his wife. Meanwhile, QuadraGAC was open to new signups. One of Cotton's employees recalled that Cotton kept the vast majority of the private keys to the QuadraGAC encryption in a safe that was bolted to the attic rafters. The contractor went to the house after hearing about Cotton's death and discovered 4 holes in the rafters, presumably where the safe had been bolted. The keys had vanished along with Cotton. The most crucial information in this text is that pump and dump groups coordinated these trades through the messaging service Telegram, artificially inflating the value of a currency for a day or two before selling it off at a huge profit. Cryptocurrency influencers on YouTube also participated, releasing a seemingly educational video about a promising niche currency while secretly liquidating their own holdings. After selling his shares in McAfee Antivirus and pocketing $100 million, John McAfee moved to Belize, where he tried to invent female Viagra, created natural antibiotics from plants, became addicted to bath salts, and became entangled in a murder and became a wanted man in Belize. After escaping from Belize to Guatemala in 2012, McAfee eventually returned to the United States to avoid extradition to Belize. Bitcoin went from $2,000 per token to nearly $20,000 per token in value in 2017, thanks in large part to Michael McAfee's now famous tweet that the cryptocurrency's value would reach $500,000 per coin by 2020. Peter Galenko speculated that McAfee's assurance could be to blame. Galenko had put his money into a cryptocurrency called Verge, and when it was predicted to be the next big thing in the market, the value of his holdings increased by a factor of 4. In response to Galenko's tweet, McAfee reassured him that he couldn't lose money investing in Verge. The increase in Verge's market capitalization from its initial valuation of $400 million to its current valuation of $2 billion is 1,800%. McAfee then sent out another tweet, this time claiming that Verge's valuation was significantly lower than $2 billion. Soon after, Verge's inflated state collapsed. McAfee was arrested and charged with fraudulently touting ICOs for his continued use of social media to influence the cryptocurrency market. In recent years, crypto has gained legitimacy, making trading easier.
We hope you found this summary helpful in your listening journey. If you're interested in diving deeper into the topic or getting your hands on the whole book, be sure to check the description below where we've included links to the book and other related products that may be useful to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on our latest book summaries. And feel free to leave a comment with any suggestions or requests for books you'd like us to cover. Thanks again for tuning in and happy listening.